Hey, what's going on? We're gonna be going over some of the Warlock class talents with some of the new updates and changes. I haven't read over any of these hero talents. I do play a little bit of Demonology on live, but nothing. Usually I just copy paste someone's build and just kind of roll with that. So I roll through LFR with it, and it's just kind of good enough. So, but I am going to try to build something somewhat similar to what I have on live. And then, I mean, obviously the layout of this is pretty different. I mean, we can look at like this right here, these talent trees, quite a bit different here in the way it's built together. So I'm gonna go through here, figure this out, and then probably the next video will be actual like running through a dungeon with this spec, and then I will try to get one for um oh, what's the other spec? Destruction. Probably try to run destruction. Affliction's changed a fair amount. So I'm going to be interested in trying that too. We may just go ahead and grab a third one there and do it. We'll build something and then roll into a dungeon and see how it treats us, and just kind of go from there. So one of the first things I'm noticing is the dog's talent's been moved. This has been moved. Demonic forces suck all the wild imps toward the target. That's implosion. I don't. Hmm. That's kind of weird because they used to have this, and then there was another talent you could swap out to like, do you want to roll implosion or do you want all the imps out at once just casting? And that seems to not be there anymore. So we'll go down the line and see what we get. Uh, have 10% to trigger an additional dread bite. Sounds good to me. I feel like I have this on live. No, I've got, I'm running that right there. So you're almost pigeonholed into taking implosion. That kind of sucks. I really don't. I would like to be able to choose to use that or not to use that like we used to. But I guess if you're going to have to use it, might as well grab that. So your implosion does a little extra. And let's go ahead. It looks like we do have this currently on live. Soul Strike. Which is just dealing 41,000. It's just extra damage for your pet. You passively summon a wild imp to fight for you. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to pick that up. And whatever this is, Dreadbite causes the target to take 20 additional Shadow Flame from your spells and abilities for 12 seconds. Possibly. Bile Scorch Bombers deal 20% increased damage and have a chance to summon a Bile Scorch Bomber. Probably gonna pick that up. Well, you would only pick that up if you're running that versus that. Let's keep going. We'll skip that for right now. Your Felguard deals absolutely. There's no reason you wouldn't take that. Demonic Tyrant, I'm 100% sure you're going to take that. This right here, Shadow Bolt has a 10% chance to take your and have no cast time. Sure. Rumor of Felguard. Was this something that was lower? Summons a fail guard to attack. Yeah, I feel like that was like they changed the icon on that. Fail Sunder. Sure thing. Yeah, they did change the icon. It's in the same spot, but it's the icon's different. Increased by an additional. Possibly. Let's go ahead and read over here. Rune of Shadows. Increase all damage done by your pet. Reduce the cast time of Shadow Bolt by. That'd be nice. What is Shadow Bolt? 1.8. So you're bringing that down. Fair amount. Let's go ahead. I should have done this earlier. That. I think I have that there. This up top, that there. This can go off to the side. Soul Strike. 20% generates a soul shard. Might as well. Increases the critical strike chance of your wild aim's firebolts. Possibly. Instantly, yeah, we want that. And that'll go here. I'm still missing a button that I normally use, and I don't remember what it is. The expendables, looks like we do have that on live. That's like way over here. Cool down a power siphon. Hand of Gul'dan has to burn its targets. We'll go ahead and take that. I don't want to run the Vile Fiends for this one. Dread Calling, each soul shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan increases. Yes, we do run that. Your Fail Guard deals 20% additional damage. Sure. Increases. We got 8 points left. Increases your primary Fail Guard's critical strike chance. When you consume a demonic core, cool. So there was another talent there. Criticals from your spells and your demons deal 4% increased damage. We'll do that for right now. Dreadstalkers, don't really care. Wicked Maw causes the target to take. Probably wouldn't be bad. This is Vile Fiend damage, so if you're not taking that, there's no reason to grab it. Cloaked in Flame.
Try not to miss me too much.
Doom inflicts immediately. I don't think we got that on live, which kind of sucks. You have a chance to summon a Doom Guard when Doom expires. Demonic Core reduces the duration of Doom by an additional 2 seconds. Increases the damage of Doom. cast for a second time on your target. I kind of like that. What was this? Your Dreadstalkers. Increases the attack speed. I've still got a lot of points left. Hmm. Feel like we might as well grab that. Or Summoned Vile Fiend, which is this. So if you're not running that, there's no reason to grab this whatsoever. Increases the attack speed and their critical chance. So I almost want to grab that, that, and that. And obviously we'll take Burning Rush, take this. Looks like this was a 2-point, now it's a single. Definitely want the shield. That. Don't know that I want that. Your Hellstone, additional 10%. Definitely want Dark Pact. Let's go ahead and run that. What is this? Wild Imp damage. Reduces the cast stone, soul stone, and create Hellstone. I mean, that's kind of niche. Attacks received that deal 5% of your damage decrease unending results by 10%. That could be really useful for a lot of things, but it's kind of in a weird spot behind that talent right there. Because this is something I don't know that I would necessarily take, but I would almost 100% take this. Like, especially if you're running Mythic Plus, because you're going to be getting hit. You're going to get hit a lot in any kind of dungeon. So this is going to be, it's going to give you that ability to use your damage reduction more often. Just says it can occur, which still, even once every 25 seconds, you're looking at probably almost every trash pool. Okie doke. What is it? I definitely want Demonic Circle. What is this? Using Demonic or Gateway reduces all damage you take by 4%. It's not bad. I've got no reason for those. No real reason for that. Shadow Fury's fine. Shadow Vault damage, obviously. So this was here. Increases melee and spell critical strike chance. Yep. Taking that for sure. And this was up here. There was another talent down here. Looks like all of these capstones have changed. Hellstones you conjure for yourself are now demonic hellstones that can be used multiple times in combat. So that's really nice. That's where that actually becomes useful. Because you could burn all 3 of them pretty quickly and then go just make you another one. Soul Leech also heals you for 15% and your pet for 50% of the absorption. 10% of all damage you take. Ooh, and I've only got 2 left. Soul Burn. Yeah, I don't use that. Or I haven't used it. Every shoal sword you 100%. And I guess you're only grabbing one of those. I wonder. No, definitely want the stam. That's super handy at times. I don't know that you'd want to not take that just to grab this. Soul Leech heals you for 15% of your, and your pet for 50% of the absorption it grants. And this says 10% of all. It's not really absorption, but okay. Death Pact. I normally run that up here. Here. Vanish. I don't need. Probably maybe could use that somewhere. I'm sure that'll have a need at some point. And demon. I feel like I'm missing something. Like strength. Spellbook. Circle, gateway. Hellstone. Ritual summoning. Soulstone. Summon demon. Go ahead, bring the Felguard out. Kind of see what we got there. Okay, so this is his interrupt. Normally keep that there. So normally I have like a trinket or a push button there. But this is almost what I've got online. Let's go take a look real quick just to see. Sure, whatever. Give me my normal guy back. Yeah, I really don't know that I like having to run implosion. So I guess what I would have to do, you don't have an option unless you come down here and run this and then run some other talents here. Which that Dreadlash, that almost, I think that's what the other talent is that I normally run. So I need my pet to come off it. So pick that up. And I still can't grab anything else. Boy, I don't like that. I don't like that you're just pigeonholed into taking implosion. Because if I didn't have to take implosion, I could take a few of these other talents and run more of a single target build versus an AoE build with implosion. Like implosion's really good for AoE. And without it, you're demonology. Pigeonholed into taking implosion. That'll probably be one of the notes that I leave. Or more of a single. You did more of a single target build and then you didn't rely on these two right here to build demon cores. You just kept a bunch of demons out all the time as pets. You just kept your pets out all the time and just kept going. Where this is like you need to be hitting this so that they all crash and explode, do their damage, and then you've got your 10% increased and your chance of gaining a demonic core. Dreadlash. And what? Diablo list. So this is the one I'm assuming. The defeat of the Legion has left many powerful demons unbound. Diablos command greater demons once thought to be uncontrollable and wield abyssal powers. Pretty cool. Soul Harvester. Few grasp the power within souls, but many know the hunger demons share for the spirits of the fallen by entering a pact with demons or pact with demon. Soul Harvesters gain incredible abilities so long as the demon is fed. Your demonic a demonic entity now inhabits your soul, allowing you to detect a soul shard. If a soul shard has a succulent soul when it is generated, a succulent soul empowers your next Hand of Gul'dan, reducing its soul shard cost by 1, summoning 1 additional wild imp. I mean, that's pretty nice. I'll have to definitely read this other side, but that sounds pretty nice. Unleashing your demonic soul to deal an additional damage. Okay. Shadow Bolt does 20% damage. Power Siphon increases the damage of Demon Bolt by 20%. Those are nice. Unleashing your demonic soul bestows a fiendish entity upon the soul of its target, dealing a dot. If this effect is reapplied, any remaining damage will be added to the new soul. Your demonic soul deals 100% increased damage to the main target of Hand of Gul'dan. Okay. This is a lot of passives, but they're basically not adding buttons to your rotation. You're just going to keep going, doing what you were already doing, and you're just getting free damage for it. Always gain the benefit of Soul Burn when consuming a Hellstone, increasing its healing by 30%. I mean, that's pretty nice. Dark Pact now shields you for an additional 50%. Okay. Shared Fate. When you kill a target, its tortured soul is flung into a nearby enemy for 3 seconds. That's pretty funny. This effect inflicts 3,200 shadow damage to enemies within 10 yards. Deals reduced damage beyond 8 targets. Okay. Feast of Souls. When you kill a target, you have the chance to generate a soul shard that is guaranteed to be a succulent one, which is this right here that'll allow it to explode and whatnot. I mean, it's nice when it says you have a chance, but it would be nice to know, like, is it a 10% chance, a 5% chance, a 50% chance? What's the percentage there of what's going on? Otherwise, you just, especially in dungeons, you're taking a chance here versus a guaranteed damage every time something dies. So this is something like you'd almost take this in raid and this in dungeons. So that way you're doing, I mean, and I'm sure later on once stats get buffed, because right now the stats we have are pretty low. So you're pretty low on, you're low on something. You're low on haste, low on crit, low on something. And so having that chance, I don't know about that. I think for my purposes today, running dungeons, if I go with this build or this hero talents here, the Soul Harvester, I'll run that right there. Spell Domination's cooldown. It's reduced by 90 seconds. That's pretty big. Burning Rush no longer deals damage to you and gives you an extra 30%. Well, that sucks. And the reason that sucks is because that is an incredibly good use. Like, that would make Burning Rush feel just 1,000 times better. But it's got a 60-second cooldown and only lasts 6 seconds. Yeah, I'd probably take this anyway, because I mean, like, damage wise, you're going to output significantly more with this. It's weird that you've got, like, right? Where's that at? Veiled Domination. Is that not what? Maybe I'm losing my mind. Oh, this right here reduces this. It's just a resummoning of your pet. Ooh. Now, I don't use this very often. Maybe you would in dungeons. Yeah. I don't know. Those are both kind of mid. I don't know that I would Okay, if I didn't have to, I don't know that I would take either one of them. Eternal Servitude, Spirited Away. Let's make a note on that real quick. Eternal Servitude versus Spirited Way. Soul Harvester. R. Have to. Damage dealt by your demonic soul is increased by 10%. Okay. So this is 100% passive. So just do your rotation and everything happens for you. Which is really nice because a lot of builds right now, or a lot of specs, Shadow Priest being one of them, is like you've got a million buttons and everything's lit up all at once, and you really need to know when you need to be pressing each one of those buttons to really just squeeze damage out of it, to where like this spec here, this spec for the most part, it's just kind of a simple rotation compared to like what Priest is anyway, or what Shadow Priest is. So damage dealt 10%. Demonic core feeds demonic entity within you, causing it to appear and deal 4,000 or 40,000 shadow damage. Soul and Anath, I don't know that word. Damage increased by 25% and is dealt 20% faster. Consuming demonic core, activate shared fate or feast of souls. Consuming, so when you kill one, you have the chance for this. Or if you have this consuming a demonic core, which is this, when that's on proc, you're just getting that anyway. Which is your succulent dealing a crap ton of damage. So like raid wise, this can be really good. There's a lot of potential here, but if this activates this every single time, I still feel like, because you're going to get this, and then as stuff dies, it's going to also chain on to that. So that'd be something that'll have to be tested, like numbers wise, to figure out kind of which one's best. But I just reading them, I would probably go with Shared Fate in Dungeons, and then in Raid, I would go Feast of Souls. Wild Imp damage increased by 5%. Wild Imps that are imploded have. Okay, so basically, without forcing you into implosion, this right here would be completely useless. Other than you would just get the 5% damage buff. I mean, so it wouldn't be totally useless, but yeah, I think I'm still going to leave the note for, hey, kind of pigeonholed into taking more of an AoE type build with implosion versus not taking implosion. And last is Shadow of Death. Summoning Demonic Tyrant grants Shadow of Death. While Shadow of Death is active, casting Hand of Gul'dan always invokes your Demonic Soul, and your Demonic Soul deals 10% damage. Yeah, that thing's going to be very, very good in Raid, for sure. This other side here, spinning a Soul Shard on a damaging spell grants Diabolic Ritual for 20 seconds. While Diabolic Ritual is active, each Soul Shard spent on a damaging spell reduces its duration by 1 second. When Diabolic Ritual expires, you gain demonic art, causing your next hand of Gul'dan to summon an overlord, Mother of Chaos, or Pit Lord that unleashes a devastating attack. Okay. Enemies damaged by your overlord have their souls cloven, which is probably there's just going to cleave the soul. Increases damage taken by you and your pets. Let's go ahead and make a note on that. Cloven souls. Way the text reads this only affects overlord to summon an overlord. Okay, so basically Mother of Chaos, Pit Lord, overlord. Gotcha, summon overlord. Not Mother of Chaos or Pit Lord. Okay, just a little note. Demonic Art increases the damage of your next Hand of Gul'dan by 100% and reduces its cast time by 50%. And that's pretty nice. And back to this real quick. So Overlord, I'm assuming that's this looking giant Felguard type thing versus Overlord meaning Mother of Chaos. Okay, you summon, yeah, or a Pit Lord. You know, you're summoning one of, I'm assuming that's one of three, not one of two. If it's only two, then yeah, that makes sense. If not, then if that's three different demons that you can summon, then this doesn't make sense. But I'm assuming this is going to affect all three of them. It's just the way the text reads the tooltip. Okay. Already read that. Mother of Chaos empowers your... Okay. Demonic Art. Which is that. Okay. So that would empower both of those, but not the Pit Lord yet. Maybe there's something here for the Pit Lord. We'll keep reading. Mother of Chaos empowers your next Shadow Bolt or Incinerate to become Infernal Bolt. Hurl a bolt enveloped in the infernal flames of the abyss, dealing a whole lot of damage to your enemy target, generating 3 soul shards. That is wild. You gain the benefit of Soul Burn when casting Demonic Circle Teleport. Increases movement speed by 50%, making you immune to roots and snares. Howl of Terror cooldown. I mean, both of those for me are mid. I mean, I'll use Demonic Circle some in raid, but not a whole lot. Maybe you use Howl of Terror more in dungeons, but this almost feels like PvP type stuff. Summon Tyrant, summon Infernal, grant Diabolic Ritual. Okay. And reduces duration by 3% or 3 seconds percent. Your soul shard spending abilities decrease the duration of Diabolic Ritual by one additional second while your Tyrant or Infernal is active. I don't know. I almost feel like I would go with this. Moving on. Unending Resolve heals you for 30%. Pretty nice. Unending Resolve grants you grants soul each equal to 10% of your maximum health and increasing to a maximum amount soul each can absorb by 10% for 8 seconds. Okay. Fire damage increased 2%, and damage dealt by your demons increased 2%. I feel like both of these, I feel like they did a really good job of making this, like, this is obviously more destruction based, but it feels like it would work really well for demonology. And damage dealt by your demons is 2%. Summoning Tyrant. Summon Demonic Tyrant is empowered, dealing 70% increased damage.
Okay.
Hand of Gul'dan deals 15% increased damage for each soul shard spent. So with that, you'd want a minimum of 2, and you'd almost want to use 3 each single time you throw it. I mean, three's obviously where you'd want to be if you can, but 2 allows you to get a lot out fast. Summoning a Pit Lord causes your Hand of Gul'dan or Chaos Bolt to become ruination. Call down a demon-infested meteor from the depths of the twisting nether, dealing a whole lot of damage and summoning 3 wild imps. So I'm going to go with this. And we'll just go ahead and fill everything in. Do that. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this one and just fill these in for use. And then flip back to this. And I think that's going to be it for this video. It's already pretty long, and I'm going to call that here. And we'll try to get a couple dungeons where we test. I'll probably have to test both of these out, see which one I like better. Give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So anyway, thank you guys, and hope you all have a great day.